Glorious day to you, my friends. Welcome to Shine, Stargate Heart, Illuminate Your Natural Essence. Where we are spending time with our inner being, exploring our inner being in each of the chakras, using the magical chant Om Mani Padme Hum. We're chanting it 108 times using the Mala of Joy. And in the Mala of Joy, we break up the 108 seeds into 9 groups of 12, where each of the 9 groups represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba, our ascension vehicle, our chariot, which generates our light body. Starting off at the bottom of our Merkaba, Vasundhara, the Earth Star chakra, then moving up to Muladhara, our root chakra, Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, Manipura, the solar plexus chakra, Nyakatukuryata, Anahata, the heart chakra, Vishuddha or Vishuddhi, the throat chakra, Anya or Agnya, the third eye chakra, Sahasrara, the crown chakra, and at the top of our Merkaba, Yeko Uturya, look at that, Nyariyashko Uturya, Vyapini, the soul star chakra, Iskahatara Arakanana Niyaryorto. And in each of these chakras, each of these 9 groups of 12, we're breaking up the 12 seeds into 4 groups of 3, where each of the 4 groups represents one of the aspects of box breath. It's modeled after Sama Vritti Pranayama, where for the first 3 seeds or the first 3 days, subtly, our inner being is conspiring with us to breathe in the energies into the chakra, or breathe in the energies of the chakra, the purest energies of this chakra. And then for the next 3 seeds or 3 days, we are holding our breath with a full set of lungs, exploring the energy, playing with it, determining, finding out what it means to us, the purest form of this chakra. And we're on Agnya, and what this chakra means to our inner being. We're reconciling the differences. We're exploring the differences because we're going to be shown what we need to know in this now. And we're going to be shown what we're ready for. Otherwise, it's just words, and they don't mean anything. They're just ideas. And then the next 3 days, we are breathing out. Or the next 3 seeds, where we're naturally, effortlessly radiating this energy out of our chakra, or chakras. We've breathed in Anya, and now we're playing with it. 3, 4, 5. We're on 6, 7. We're in the middle of playing with it, exploring it, seeing what it means to us. And when we radiate it outwards, we're sharing it with everyone. We're allowing our inner being to share it. Let's put it that way. What it means to our inner being. And in the final 3 days or the final 3 seeds, we are embodying the energy. We have radiated it outward. Our inner being is going to continuously radiate it out, broadcast it, shine it out. There's nothing left for our conscious mind to do. And that's interesting because there's nothing left for our conscious mind to do in any of those cycles. We allow our inner being to take care of it. But as we play with it, maybe our conscious mind plays with the ideas. Hopefully not during the meditation, hopefully afterwards. What is it that I actually learned? We're embodying it. We don't have any breath in our lungs. We are being present with it. We're harmonizing it, the ideas. Ain't no big thing. It's when we radiate it outwards, this is like, look what I can do, look what I can do. And now it's, oh, I know what I can do. Let me see if you notice while I'm embodying it. All subtly. Niare hacha akata ura hata. Iskanana niariarata. Anya, Agnya, the third eye, intuition, niariashohukotoruto, wisdom, knowledge, niariashokohotoruto. We're in the middle, koshas, niariashahatoto, the layers of the onion of who we are, of who you are. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain here. This is about you. This is about you investing in yourself. This is about you taking the time to be with yourself, your energy, to learn more about your inner being, simply by spending time, by chanting, by breathing, and allowing our inner being to reveal itself to us naturally, effortlessly, without any conscious goals. And then maybe some insight will come as we reprogram our belief systems. It's a byproduct. It's not like we are doing it. By spending time with our inner being, that is you choosing you, you investing in yourself, you honoring yourself where you are right now, because there's nothing you need to do. And there's nothing you need to remember. There are no courses on who you are or how you can be you. And there's nothing you need to remember because you didn't really forget. Your inner being knows who it is. It's you. And you are 100% successful in everything that you have done, whether you perceive it as contrast or abundance. It is simply a viewpoint. And once we, as humans, understand that we have created it, we dropped a vase, it broke, we did it. You created the most magnificent mess up at work that lost $2 million. You did it. Congratulations. Maybe that's not how you prefer to do it. Maybe listen to your inner being. Or maybe apply focus. But back to the koshas. Down in Vasundhara, the Earth Star Chakra, that is the most dense chakra. It's not in our physical body. It's in our light body. It's in our aura, our emotional field. This is the Annamaya kosha. This is the nourishment where we get our physical nourishment, our reliance upon the nourishment from Mother Earth. And if you're a starseed listening from another planet, you're getting your nourishment from that planet, the Anna, the nourishment, the food. And when we're living in the Annamaya kosha, we see this nourishment as only physical food. And this physicality consumes our awareness. The next kosha is the paramaya kosha, where between Muladhara, Svadhisthana, and Manipura, we're working with the physical elements and we're working with our breath, the prana. And in this pranamaya kosha, we are learning that our breath, this breath carries the life force energy to the physical elements, because we're breathing in this physical air. But maybe we're learning that this life force energy that is carried by the breath, that is synonymous to the breath, carries a spiritual breath with it, and that it is the life force energy, and that we can nourish our bodies through the breath as well as the food that we consume. And then we move up to the heart center, the home of the Manomaya kosha, the realm of the mind, and it's the element of air. And then with a focused mind in the heart center, living in the Manomaya Kosha, this part of you that is the mind, that is consciousness, but still is in this physicality. But we learn that the pranamaya kosha, this prana, this pranava, this essence of our breath, which carries the life force energy, that we can thoroughly nourish ourselves spiritually through this prana, which is not necessarily the breath. It is the life force, the praNava, 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 Va is the essence, the essence of the life force, which does not have to exist in the physicality. But while we breathe, maybe we realize that you think that's air you're breathing. Again, it's one of my favorite lines from The Matrix. And only by being in the Manomaya Kosha can we actually attempt breatharianism, to live off the breath and off of the light. Breatharians don't eat food and don't drink water. But we need to, one, think that it's possible, hope that it's possible, and start to believe it. And then when we start going through the process, maybe we can achieve it. Not that I'm an expert on it. And then when we move up to Vishuddha, Anya, and Sahasrara, we're entering into the higher thought forms. We're entering to the higher chakras, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, this layer of who we are. Some translate the koshas as a sheath, like you're a weapon. Well, you are, but I like the onion analogy, the layer of who you are, and this idea of verticality, of the path of the Kundalini, of the lotus rising, this Vijnanamaya Kosha is us allowing that higher wisdom to come through. The truth of what it is, the insight into what it is, and the sovereignty of what it is, of the information that we're getting. And if we honor our truth, and if we honor our intuition and wisdom and insight, and we honor our own sovereignty, honor it. Be devoted to it. So be in reverence of it. And then once we see this in others, those are the highest thought forms right there. When we start cheering for others when they win, that is the vibration of abundance. That is the vibration of recognizing the divinity. They're doing it because we're recognizing that abundance. If we're all caught up in they're creating what they wish to create, but I can't create it, then we're stuck in this mindset of lack. And that's really down here in the lower chakras, because we're stuck by the blockers of those chakras, the guilt, the shame, and the grief, and the fear, whether it's fear of death or fear of success or fear of trying, fear of setting a plan in motion. But as we move up and we start living in the higher chakras, we're living in the truth, and it's not the truth of the ego, it's not the truth of the conscious mind, it's allowing the truth of the heart center to infiltrate the conscious mind, to become present in the conscious mind. Infiltrate is a harsh word, but When living in the lower chakras, that's what we want. We want our heart to be up in our mind, in our conscious mind, so we see things, because we're now seeing things through the eyes of divinity, through the eyes of focus, through the eyes of awareness, through the eyes of attention. And then maybe these higher thought forms come in, that we see that we are creating what we focus on. We see that at the beginning we're attracting it, and then maybe we see that we're actually creating it. So pat yourself on the back when you see a synchronicity. Hopefully it fills you with joy, because those synchronicities are the first step. The second step is recognizing that when you're experiencing the contrast versus the abundance or the joy of it, that your inner being has a different viewpoint of it. Your inner being sees the divinity in everything else. Your inner being sees the success in what you just created. Whether it's a broken vase, whether it's that $2 million loss at work where you probably are going to get fired. But your inner being and the universe are conspiring. So maybe that job wasn't right for you. How can you find the joy or the win or the abundance in it? Sometimes this insight comes in the form of channeling, tarot card reading, allowing it to flow from you. Maybe it comes from light language. During this series, I've only spoken like 2 or 3 different languages. Maybe 4. There's been a couple of times I spoke the joyous Arcturian. But most of it is when we were in the Nahata, there were whisperers were speaking. And whatever it is, you'll speak light language when it's needed, if that's part of your desire. You'll speak it when you're ready. You'll start channeling when you're ready, if that's one of the things you wish to do. You'll start reading the Akashic records when you're ready. You'll start healing past life occurrences. You'll start healing the chakras by going within your body and someone else's body. That's what the secrets of Anahata and Vishura were all about. Go back, read the description in those videos during that chakra. And then again, Sahasrara. We're focused on Anya, Ajna, my people call it Anya, mainly because the Gya sound is, it's not a natural sound for the mouth to make. No insults meant for any purists of Sanskrit out there. Maybe I'll make another video on the mother tongue and how it came about. So we're in this Vijnanamaya Kosha. We're exploring it subtly. We're allowing our inner being to share the higher thought forms, the higher viewpoint of it. And notice how the crown chakra and the third eye and the throat chakra are all a part of this kosha, this physicality. The Annamaya kosha is outside of this physicality, although it comes from the density of this physicality. But that exists in our light body. It's the subtle chakra with subtle energy. And then up, let's match the triangle. Vyapini, the goddess who is everywhere. That's the Anandamaya kosha. The part of you that's bliss, it's pure bliss. And this is our access to all that is, where we can access the true bliss, the holy fire, the true light, askanata atariyashko otora, the divine flow, utukariyashahatakarihiskoto. We all can experience it. We can all call on it. We can all trigger it. But our perception of it in all its glory. Remember from yesterday, we can perceive it. Water is life. We can perceive the fire. We can perceive everything in all its glory, which then enables us to truly be a sovereign being. And then access. Once we open up our lotus, we're receiving the divinity from all. It's really hard to block Vyapini in Vasundhara. But we do have emotional debris. And by working with Ajna, maybe we can experience it, perceive it, atakata, arahaskanata, areikotoro, hutata, arahasana, naniriyato. And we don't necessarily do it by goal. And maybe you're receiving information while I'm talking English and while I'm talking light language, which is why I'm promoting journaling about it. You never can tell what's going to happen once you start writing, because when you connect with your inner being and you start writing, that's automatic writing. Allow your hand to just move and write whatever it is. Some people, that's the first step of channeling. And if you're writing symbols instead of English, run with it. I call it light script. And there's so many people out there that are writing symbols. Or they're really words. One of my gifts is I get to channel the light script, meaning that I can read other people's light script. I can write it too, but that's not in my highest bliss. I'd rather speak the light language. But there was a time when I hoped to, or I didn't resonate with it, and then I began to hope, and then it just came out. So many times somebody, the spirit tells me, you speak light language. And they say you also write the symbols down too. And then this guy just showed me his book. He says, you see that? And I go, and then I start reading it, and I start speaking. He goes, that's exactly how it sounds when I'm writing it down. I go, thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. But that's what you can do via channeling, by allowing Spirit to work, by allowing your inner being to reveal itself to you. There are more gifts that, I'm hoping to uncover as time goes on. All in due time, though. When I'm ready, though, they will reveal themselves to me. And again, we don't do this by any conscious thought. We're using mantra, the tool of the mind, Niyaryashka, a tool of the mind. The mind is the heart. And once we get up into Vyapini and the Anandamaya Kosha, once we start experiencing this bliss beyond words, hopefully we stop judging it, we're just experiencing it. That's when everything folds in on itself. That's when we realize these chakras are, and the density are just pointing towards the heart center, and that our heart center is really the Anandamaya Kosha, not Vyapini, that all of These chakras are really from the outside of our light body, from the outside of our awareness, into our heart center, where the ultimate chakra is inside the heart chakra. And they keep saying that Hrit, the heart, some call it the higher heart chakra, and some call it the lower heart chakra. It's your true authentic self. It's your divine abode. It's where in the Buddhists and Sanskrit call it the Brahma Vihara. Brahma is the creator. Brahma is you. Ve is part of your essence. It's like Va, but it means the higher essence of you. Before we realize that it's you, we just see it as external thought forms that are coming in through our heart center. It's the higher form of you, or the inner form of you, which is this where we are now. We're inwards. Hara is like hari, what we manifest, the form, the physical form. It's the breath out, ha, in the ra of Manipura, the solar plexus. But we're internalizing it. We're internalizing our out breath. We're internalizing, the out breath is relaxation. We're internalizing our internal intention, our internal brilliance. We're seeing our internal brilliance. We're seeing and being our sankalpa, the intention of our inner being. Why you came here to explore on planet Earth, your true authentic self, that you are divine, that you are the ultimate creator. That's what Brahma, you are Brahma. Brahma, way back in Muladhara, Brahma is you in your root chakra. With this kundalini wrapped around the Shiva lingam. So when we meditate, when we chant, this mantra, this tool of the mind, the tool of the heart, that is simply allowing us to focus our awareness. And by focusing our awareness on the chant, on our breath, on the counting, on our heart center, and maybe even not even focus on that. Everything else out there simply just goes out of our awareness. That's all it does, is goes out of our awareness. Because our awareness is now consumed with the chanting. Our awareness is consumed by our breath. By doing that in and of itself, chanting and breathing, we can only be consumed by our presence. And maybe over time we don't need to chant. And maybe over time we don't need to breathe. We can just be. We don't have to pay attention because we're in the state of no mind. But I'm talking about them like they're goals. They're byproducts of spending time with our inner being. They're byproducts of consuming our awareness, so that our awareness is only our breath and the chant. And by learning to be conscious and focused, and by letting it go, honoring us where we are, when the stray thoughts come in, or when we mess up the chant, let it go, pick up with the next one. It's as simple as that. When we learn to do that more consistently, maybe when we get out into this physical world as we see it, maybe we don't get upset at ourselves when we mess up. Maybe we don't get upset at others Since we're not getting upset at ourselves when we mess up the chant, because God doesn't get upset at you when you mess up. And others who are telling you so are just trying to sell you a bill of goods. They're trying to sign you up for their religion. They're trying to get you to donate to them. Or they're trying to get you under their thumb. If they are praising you and pointing you towards your heart center and listening to your heart center, you can't go wrong with that. And let your inner wisdom guide you. Because that's really where God lives. God does not live in any book. God lives everywhere, in every word, in every vibration. And maybe over time, we get to see that. But not by trying, simply by chanting and breathing. And if you haven't chanted with us yet, and even if you're shy, go lock yourself in a closet and chant. Listen to the video in the shower with the water running. It does not matter where you do it. If you are engaging in your breath outward and words coming out of your mouth through your vocal channel, it is causing a vibration in your physical body with this magical chant, and you are causing more resonation with your inner being, your mind, and your physical body. The mind-body-spirit connection. And you are sending out this vibration to the universe besides just thoughts and your heart vibrating. It's your conscious focus. It is your conscious intention to chant. It gets sent out. And you're engaging in Vishuddha. In Reiki, we teach in Reiki 1, Reiki 2, technically, in the Adhyashkohot, because that's when we teach the symbols. We teach to draw out the symbols, say the name of the symbol name out loud, and then tap it in 3 times. Or clap it in. But we're engaging in our intention, we're engaging in the vibration, we're reminding ourselves with the intention, and we're reminding ourselves we're engaging in every different vibration that we can. By seeing it and consciously drawing it, we're reminded of this key, of this energy, of the power symbol, of the mental emotional symbol, of the time and distance symbol. And you don't get attuned unless you know the symbols by heart. I give you time. Practice writing them. You just practice a little more. We'll take time. We'll draw it out. I'll send you whatever clues you need, but maybe we need to practice more. Because we need to understand how they're drawn. How this is living energy, just like our breath is living energy, just like this chant is living energy. And you're bringing it more to life by chanting it. And if you're still not convinced that, and you want to just sit here and breathe and listen to the light language in the chanting, you will benefit. And I'm not saying that one is better than the other. It's just that one engages in more senses than the other. And maybe if you are only breathing and listening, that you make your breath out more audible. Or maybe even engage in Ujjayi breath. Maybe that's your YouTube homework, is to type in Ujjayi and see what this breath is, and someone will go through it. To me, I open up the back of my throat I relax it. So that when I breathe in through the nose, that I get more breath. Uttahariyata atara. And there's more sound to it. I can hear my breath internally. Others can actually hear me breathe in. You don't have to make the eyes. And it's same on the breath out. This helps me focus. And when I'm practicing yoga, when I'm on my mat, it consumes my awareness. It helps me be one with my mat and be one with my breath and be one with the movement. And I notice, just like meditation, it's moving meditation at that point, because I'm not listening to anything else. I'm listening to cues from the instructor, as to where they're going next. But, pero, what do you want? What do you wish? So let us stop talking and start meditating. So I invite you to relax. Whether you lie down, whether you sit in seated meditation, whether your legs are crossed, or whether you're in full lotus, or even if you're doing a moving meditation, I invite you to do so with a straight spine, so that the energy flows more freely. Now I invite you to slowly and consciously breathe as we elongate the breath. And with this light language, as you continue breathing slowly and consciously, the light language means something different to everyone. Whether it helps you relax, or whether it's helping you get meaning, or whether it's helping you connect to your inner being. It's coming through my heart. Whatever it means to you. As we focus our awareness on our breath. As we feel how it feels to breathe out. As we listen to our breath as we breathe in. As we feel the vibration of our breath, how it affects our entire body. As we feel how it feels when our rib cage expands on the breath in. As we feel how it feels as our rib cage relaxes, as we release the air in our lungs. Now let us focus our awareness on our heart center. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. And although it can never be dimmed, every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire. Clears away debris and increases our perception of our bright light, and increases the perception, the possible perception of our bright light to others. But it's up to them to see it. As we invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us, all, in every way and everywhere and everywhen, Nikatata, Iskonoro Toro, Atakahai Ietata, Hisoso Urhonata Kariata, effortlessly, completely, naturally, Niariashko Hotorota. And we ask the holy fire to only allow in that which is for our highest good and the highest good of all. Niariashko Hotoro, Akaha Iskananati Ariata. And I invite you to start the divine flow, if you have not done so already. Let us take the energy of our heart center and move it up through the chakras, through Vishuddha, through Ajna, through Sahasrara, through Vyapini, moving it up through the realms, through the the planes of existence, and enter into the highest source of consciousness, the home of the holy fire, the home of unconditional love, the home of the true light. They are the same thing. Where there is no ego, where there is no judgment, where it always respects free will, and where the power is unlimited. Let us bring back more pure holy fire down through the realms, purifying the chakras through Vyapini, purifying it, through Sahasrara, purifying it, through Ajna, purifying it, through Vishuddha, purifying it, and back into Anahata, the heart chakra, combining this energy thoroughly and purifying Anahata. Now let us purify the lower chakras, moving it down through each of the chakras and ground this energy effectively. Moving this energy down through Muladhara, purifying it, down through Svadhisthana, purifying it, down through Muladhara, purifying it, down through Vasundhara, purifying it, Niyakatara Arhakanariyata. Growing roots down into Mother Earth, Niyakotur Hukanata Ariyata Kataraheta, down, 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 deep into the heart of Gaia, Niyakotura Shayata, wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, Nakatakari Heskata. Giving her a great big hug, no matter what name you call her, and bringing back her grounded love up through the root system, excuse me, through Vasundhara, through Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, and back into Anahata, our heart center, combining this energy thoroughly. And let us turn over to our inner being, to continue this divine flow, without any conscious thought, naturally, effortlessly, completely. Nihakutura haka atakarara sha'ayatotoro ukananata atahara atakahayatoro huturo hutanata iskana atahata harahata. And now on the out breath, with intention, let us push this energy out from our heart center, and out of every one of our chakras, out from our physical bodies, out of our auric field, and into and permeating through every aspect of our awareness, in every way, and everywhere, and everywhen, regardless of time nor distance, regardless of realm, completely, effortlessly, effortlessly, effortless, 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 naturally. It is the most natural thing for you to do. Now let us create in our mind's eye a chest of your creation. And let us put in this chest all of our anger, all of our worry, all of our fears, all of our doubts, all of our to-do lists, our shopping lists, our homework lists, everything we think we need to remember, and everything we want to remember. Let us also put in all of our guilt, all of our shame, all of our grief. Let us also ask our inner being. Let's invite our inner being. Let us allow our inner being to also put in what it feels no longer serves, what it feels might distract from our time with the chant, from our time with our breath, and our time with the energy. Now let us close the lid on this chest and let us set it aside. It shall be there for you at the end of meditation, if you so desire. So we shall start off with one Aum, which is simply Om, the primordial sound of the universe. We're just elongating each of the symbols. And in the description, there's a link to Aum from the Sanskrit channel, which breaks it all down for you. We'll start off with one Aum. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times on the 8 count using the Mala of Joy. The default audio track. No, they're telling me I'm doing it. I will let you know when we move up through the chakras. And I will let you know when we're on the last one. Apparently I'm chanting today. As we explore Om Mani Padme Hum, as we explore subtly Ajna, our third eye, as we explore our heart center, as we simply just spend time with it. And at the end we will close out with one Aum. Maybe one final sip of water. And a breath in to chant. Starting off with Vasundhara, and a breath in to chant. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. Moving up to Muladhara. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Svadhisthana. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Manipura. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Anahata. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Vishuddha. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Ajna. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Sahasrara. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Vyapini. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Last one. Om Mani Padme Hum. And a breath in to chant, a breath in for Aum. Aum. Stay here for as long as you like. Maybe even pause the video to spend more time in the energy. when you are ready, Nihoroto Urosho Kotorioto. Slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. I need more water. Congratulations, my friends. You have completed day number 77 of Shine, Stargate Heart, Illuminate Your Natural Essence. The only thing they want to talk about, if it is in your amusement, go back and watch the meditation and watch will mess up. It was a lesson in letting go. An example of how not to do it and how to do it. You will notice when my conscious mind was more involved than my inner being. You can tell when I was patting myself on the back, when my ego was patting myself on the back, when I was doing it right, when I was engaged in the Ujjayi breath, when I'm going to link Ujjayi breath down in one of the comments, and I'll pin it. When my inner being was in control, the chanting was flawless, my breath was flawless, my Ujjayi breath was flawless, my counting was flawless, and I didn't notice it. But when my conscious mind was focused on doing it right, or more focused on what I'm going to talk about afterwards, which is an egoic downfall. You can tell I messed up on my breathing. I messed up on my counting. I was off by half count on Om. I held hum too long. I swallowed. I hiccuped. I needed a drink of water. And when I was mostly into it, but I was more focused on my breath, but I was still consciously active in it. You can tell my nose was flaring because I was trying hard to let go of all of the breath. On my 8 count, it's Om, Mani, Padme, Hum. Breathe out, trying to exhaust all the carbon dioxide from my lungs so that I can breathe in pure oxygen on the 7 and then the 8. You see my nose flared right there. I was not relaxing into my breath. And when I'm relaxing into my breath, I don't have to consciously flare my nose to attempt to get more oxygen in. I relax my throat, which opens up the nasal passages, which opens up the back of the throat. More air gets to come in, and I get as much air as I need. On the 2 count, I only need to breathe in 2. During the pause, I was doing Ujjayi breath on the 6 count. My ego wanted to jump into the 8 count, or the 10 count, or the 12 count, because When I turn it over to my inner being, I can do that. But was an example for you to follow. It was, one, so you can hear the Ujjayi breath. Two, maybe so you can practice the box breath with Ujjayi on the 6th count to show you that you can. Maybe go back and just replay that. Maybe find a website that loops it so that you can practice your Ujjayi breath and your box breath. Maybe I'll find another video that they're just practicing box breath. And maybe it's on the 4 count, maybe it's on the 6 count, whatever it is, maybe I'll find one of each. So you can practice, so you can play with it to see how the more you relax, the easier it is. And maybe this was just a class in how to let it go, because I had to let it go so many times. I mean, maybe I'll go back and do a laugh at Will video about this particular meditation, and I'll point out and have a counter up there every time Will messed up, every time Will's conscious mind and a stray thought came in. Maybe it's over here. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Just for your amusement, maybe even for my amusement, because if I'm going to do it, I really have to be amused to do that. I got to have spare time too. Maybe it was just a lesson to help everyone be easy on themselves. Be easy on yourself. Honor you where you are. And if you mess up, maybe you can keep count of how many times you mess up, and maybe we can have a competition as to who messes up more. Or maybe you can just let go of it and just let go of the stray thoughts and let go of the mess ups and just pick up with the next chant. Because that's the only trick to this whole thing. Is to let it go, pick it up with the next one. Because each now is new. Each now we can be one with our inner being. That's it. That's it. There's no more to it. There's no more to it. And by no more words. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. Shine on. And make it a great day. Because why would you leave it up to anyone else?